I'd written the song a year before when we were still living in East Orange, New Jersey. It was a very mixed neighborhood. Well, actually, it wasn't that mixed. It was almost all Negro. I was one of 7 white girls in my whole school. So I'd seen the problem from both sides. My black friends' parents didn't want them dating whites. My white friends' parents didn't want them dating blacks. The whole thing seemed pretty stupid to me, so I wrote about it to clear out my system. I never thought of it as a song about an interracial love affair gone bad. I just thought of it as a good song. Now here I was, a year later, with a single that was banned from virtually every radio station in the country and a career that was turning into a war zone. People got crazy. A radio station in Atlanta, Georgia, dared to put Society's Child in rotation, and someone burned the station down. Strangers walked up to me in restaurants and spit in my food.
My mother went to answer, you know that you look so fine. Now I can understand your tears and your shame. She called you boy instead of your name. When she wouldn't let you inside. When she turned and said, but honey, he's not our kind. She said, I can't see you anymore, baby, can't see you anymore. Walk me down to school, baby, everybody's acting deaf and blind, until they turn and say, why don't you stick to your own kind? My teachers all laugh, their smirking stares, cutting deep down in our affairs. Preachers of equality, if they believe it, then why don't they just let us be? They say, I can't see you anymore, baby, can't see you anymore. Janis Ian wrote this song when she was 13 years old. What were you doing when you were 13? Anyway, so when she was 15 was when it came out and became a hit. And she started to tour around the country. And one day when she was in Encino, California, she started to play this song. And a woman started chanting a racial slur at her. She just started chanting it. You know the one beginning with N and ending with lover. And as she was chanting it, more people, more haters, more bigots started chanting until it had progressed to the point where they were shaking their fists and standing up. And so Janis Ian she was 15 and she didn't know how to deal with something like this. And she put down her guitar and ran off the stage. So of course the promoter came backstage. He had a lot of money to lose, and he talked her into coming back. Eventually, she came back on the stage, and her fans, who were in the majority of the people, shut up the loud bigots, and the ushers ushered them out. And so eventually, there were only her fans left, and as she started singing this next verse, they stood up, held hands, and gave her a standing ovation and sang along. And one of these days I'm gonna stop my listening. I'm gonna raise my head up high. One of these days I'm gonna raise my glistening wings and fly. but that day will have to wait for a while. Baby, I'm only society's child. When we're old